What are you asking for?
We are asking for, one, what we are just asking for is that IGP, when somebody, you are a Nigerian, you are a human being, you have the right to keep friends. If Maxwell is your friend, and you discover that Maxwell is using your name or trying to dent your office, you should discontinue that friendship. It's not compulsory that you have friends with Maxwell. If any of the person, either your classmate in the university or your classmate in the police college, or whoever that is your friend or from your kinsman, is your friend who you enjoy his friendship, and the only thing that is constant is change, and the person has changed, using your name, taking advantage of the fact that you are not the IGP to commit crime, you should use that person to set example. That is how it's supposed to be. That's what we're asking. Then secondly, once you see a matter, somebody that you call your friend is involved in a matter, what you normally do is this case is bad. There's nothing we can do. Let us go for plea bargaining. You cannot ask, leave their property for them. I cannot talk to the complainant. Now that he has given you your property, please, can you forget about the case? It will happen. Then we are also calling EFCC chairman. You maintain your ground. Yes, somebody may call you, but you must love yourself before another person. You should be able to protect your office by telling the person, now see, I'm going to talk to the complainant to do this. Are you ready to leave their land and their property to them, so that we can now talk to them? They can now write to us that we should forget about the matter. Are you know what I'm saying? So where the person is still making noise over it, telling people that he has contact, nobody can prosecute him. That is why we, the human rights activists, the voice of the voiceless, members of the society group, are now for Mama. All these things we are doing, we are just doing it based on what we believe in. Mama is not paying us. He can't even come here because the woman is aged. So that is our prayers. So he should get himself, distance himself with anything that has to do with crime. He is no longer Kayode Ebetekon. He is now Inspector General of Police. Is that his office that he's occupying? Should be respected. After his retirement, like I believe that he has retired, though still in office. Now that he's still in that office, he should maintain that office. When he retires, he can now start doing whatever thing he wants to do. Because I've seen some DIGs, some IGs that have retired. They have joined us in practice. Are you getting what I'm saying? So if you want to defend somebody as a private practitioner, you are free. That's what we're talking about. Nigeria is not a banana republic. Mama on his own, I'm talking about Hajia Colleen Mero Yesufu, on her own, believed that while he's been intimidated is because Mrs. Bikisu Ishako Aliyu, a.k.a. Rebecca OMOKAMO Godwin Isaac, is moving with fully armed mobile policemen. And that was the reason why he can do whatever thing he likes and get away with it. So Mama now reviewed the executive directives made on the 13th day of November 2023 by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, directing for immediate withdrawal of policemen serving under Nigerian police who are designated to VIPs, who are not statutorily entitled to police escort, and asking that they should be withdrawn. So Mama now, after revealing this thing, based on the advice of her lawyers, raised some issues. Whether the executive directives made on the 13th day of November 2023 by the President to the Inspector General of Police for immediate withdrawal of policemen serving under the Nigerian Police Force who are designated to VIPs to be withdrawn, and whether having regards to the provisions of Section 4 of the Police Act, the duties of the Nigerian police are to be to the general public of the state rather than a selected few. Whether or not it will be lawful for Madam Yusuf to for the Inspector General of Police, that is Inspector General of Police, to immediately withdraw the police VIP escort attached to Mrs. Bikisu. So, having asked all these three fundamental questions, Mama decided to go to court. So, we have filed this matter in we have assessed, because when we went to that place, they said that they're about to be resumed for us to get the suit number. After getting the suit number, now we'll make it available for you. Mama has decided to approach court, Federal High Court, asking, demanding 4 reliefs. One of them is that the directives issued by Mr. President should be come into effect. That the court should declare the police attached to Mrs. Bikisu and some other Nigerians who are not entitled to private police, who are not VIPs, who are not entitled to private police escort, should be withdrawn. And Mama also asked that there should be a court should give perpetual injunction that Mrs. Bikisu should not be moving with team of armed police men. So I think this Mama's matter now is not only going to help Mama, it's going to also help some Nigerians. Because I don't know whether those of you that traveled, you discover that some persons are moving with, there is one that I know, he happens to be in my town, from my town. The one I counted in his house is not less than 11 fully armed policemen. He was moving with convoy. According to them, they said that the guy is living in Malaysia and came back. So, and in my community, Amuzi, we don't have one single police person guiding the community, no single one. Rather, my community now is watching one person moving with 11 armed police person.
Mama is going to court against who?
Against the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Inspector General of Police, Mrs. Bikisu, Nigerian Police Council, and Nigerian Police Force, asking that all the policemen attached to her should be withdrawn. A press conference we call, which we tag Ash Prosecute the Crime. It's a press conference by Initiative Against Human Rights Abuse and Torture in Ahorat. This is in response to the ACP OLUMUYIWA ADEJOBI'S press release of 30th December 2024 on the matter concerning a conspiracy, forgery of titles, theft, and criminal trespass, and the fraudulent sale of properties at plots 1861, 1862, 1863, KATAMPE, and the plot 4022 GUZAPE district by one in Abuja by one Rebecca OMOKAMO Godwin Isaac, aka Bikisu Ishaku Aliyu, Homidale Reality Limited and Co. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, I issued a small press conference that was on the 23rd day of December 2024. And after writing to the Inspector General of Police and the EFCC chairman, expressing our concern for the severe injustice being suffered by 79-year-old woman who is also a grandmother, Hajia Colleen Mero Yesufu, and her family, wherein we urged the Inspector General of Police to to restrain himself from further influencing the matter, as he clearly has a disturbing conflict of interest. I then asked that the law be allowed, as he has. I then asked that the law be allowed to take its course, as is expected in any sane society. I also called on the EFCC chairman to do the needful by charging the suspects to court. Nobody is above the law. There are only 4 categories of persons that you can never charge to court in this country. And we are talking about the president, the vice president, the governor, and the deputy governor. Every other person, once you committed a crime and your investigation, immediately after the investigation and you have your report, you arraign the person in court. Then we have, if the person wants to go for plea bargain, which is also part of our law, you follow the due process. But a situation whereby you are trying to frustrate the investigation, this is where, because of probably the person involved has one contact or the other, or the person involved is the complainant has nobody. That is the essence of the Initiative Against Human Rights Abuse and Torture. That is the essence of having an NBA Human Rights Committee. That is the essence of having civil society group. That is why we have the pressmen and the journalists, those who are the voice of the voiceless. We call Inspector General of Police, and we also ask that the president should prevail on them to do the needful. Subsequently, the police spokesperson, ACP OLUMUYIWA ADEJOBI'S, issued a press statement on the 30th December, where for the second time in the year 2024, he dismissed Hajia Colleen Mero Yesufu, the 79-year-old woman's grave allegation of police interference and protection of a criminal suspect, which he had initially reported to the police for investigation since 4th day of September 2023. ACP Adejobi, in his statement, referred to the 79-year-old Mama Yusuf as a mischief maker, saying that the IGP has no business with civil matters, and urged the general public to disregard Mama's cry for justice, despite her petition disclosing active fraud, which is a core criminal matter. It is both unfortunate and disingenuous that ACP Adejobi refused to address the serious unprofessional and unethical issues raised in Mama's petition. Mama brought out pictures. Mama brought out video where the Inspector General of Police is eating and dying with the suspect. We have a video where the suspect is also moving with the truck of Mopo, fully armed. And the same Inspector General of Police has also issued a policy directing that every police attached to a private individual should be withdrawn. How did IGP and ACP Adejobi conclude that the matter is a civil matter and not criminal, without even conducting any investigation? Somebody explained to you that this is my land. Somebody forged the document, used a forged document to go and dispose my property. And he was caught at Aegis. Aegis wrote a report saying that this particular document is not from us. It is a forged document. How will you civilize such huge, obvious criminal matter? Setting the record straight, gentlemen. For your information, ladies and gentlemen, I have a copy of the detailed rejoinder by the Falana and the Falana Chambers on the 12th day of August, responding to this exact press release, which was a reprint of the statement issued by ACP Adejobi in July 24. In that letter, Mama's lawyers clarified the issues in details, but they never got the response from the IGP or the ACP Adejobi. This is a letter from Femi Falana to them. I'll make the copies available to you. 1. The 79-year-old Mama Yusuf became the beneficial owner of the property. I just want to say the record straight. Of the property, lying and situated at plot 4022 GUZAPE District, Cadastral Zone A09, Abuja, FCT, in December 2010, after buying it from the original allotee, executing the requisite transfer document. You cannot forge a document of an institution like FCDA, Aegis, Development Control. Mama Yusuf was informed by unknown number in August 2023 that some persons had criminally trespassed on her property and were offering them as investment properties to the innocent Nigerians. Subsequently, Mama's lawyers petitioned to the Solicitor General at the Legal Services Secretariat, FCTA Administration, and its numerous agencies, that is Lands, Aegis, Development Control, who promptly marked a stop work of the development on the 30th day of August 2023. Mama's lawyers at the time also wrote a petition to FCT Police Commissioner on the 4th day of September 2023. The FCTA Director of Investigations and Prosecution, Mr. Joseph Irikiti, scheduled numerous meetings with all parties and the relevant FCTA departments, but the trespassers blatantly refused to appear before the inquiry panel and send any document to prove their ownership. The investigation revealed that the fake power of attorney, P of A, was fraudulently registered as FC 160, page 160, volume 69, power of attorney in favor of one Rebecca OMOKAMO GODWIN, and uploaded onto the Aegis system by unidentified staff of Aegis. Copies are available. It is also revealed that a forged right of occupancy was used to obtain building approval, which led to the withdrawal of the building permits, sealing, and the marking of the building for demolition in October 2023. When AGC discovered that this is the highest of it all, uploading a fake document in their website, they said no, they can't allow this. They mark the building, say stop work. Guess what happened? She filed a suit against FCTA in court using forged documents, asking for status quo to be maintained to prevent the demolition of the illegal development. However, despite seeking the court injunction, she continued building and selling and sell illegally with absolute impunity. Now, let us talk about the conspiracy of the police. That's where we are going. The police directly aided this suspect commit perjury by claiming to have bought the land from the original allotee in 2014 and attached a forged police extract dated 21st August 2014 and signed by the DPO, Divisional Headquarters, Warempa. Copies available. This lady broke the FCT, say wipe off the marking and continue to build with absolute impunity, a matter that is sub judice. The FCT administration official who attempted to enforce the withdrawal order were reportedly threatened by a very senior ranking officer to stay clear from the site or face severe consequences. Eventually, on the 25th October 2023, the FCTA Director of Investigation sent investigation report with a petition to the FCT Commissioner of Police confirming conspiracy, forgery, fraud, and the criminal trespass over Mama's property in GUZAPE. We are talking about the issuing authority, the FCTA. They concluded the investigation and wrote a report to FCT Police Commissioner. The then FCT Police Commissioner Haruna Garoba ordered an investigation by OC of the CP's crack squad on the 9th day of November 2023. The Yesufus made necessary statements at the Gwarinpa headquarters and submitted relevant documents before the police raided the property and made numerous arrests on the 17th November 2023. The pictures and videos are available. We'll make it available to you. Despite the FCTA report and petition and additional evidence by the Yusufs, that's by Mama, all the arrested suspects were released within 2 hours on the instruction by the IGP's office. As a matter of fact, the officers who went on this legitimate operation were almost sanctioned for going to these powerful suspects without what they call clearance from above. Mama and family were forced to engage the services of Femi Falana. The law firm of Femi Falana petitioned the Inspector General of Police on the 18th day of December, believing that the unscrupulous elements using the IGP's name to cover up these serious fraudulent land crimes in FCT will be promptly apprehended. Just like as I told you, the petition is here. Mama's prayer was that the IGP would look into the matter swiftly and bring these fraudsters to book. However, to play safe, Mama also sent a separate petition to the chairman of EFCC on the 19th day of December 2023. The petition is here. We'll make it available to you. Unfortunately, the IGP did not order any investigation into the Mama's petition. Instead, he curiously authorized a counter investigation by his intelligence response team into the same matter on behalf of the prime suspect, Rebecca OMOKAMO, Godwin, Isaac, in May 2024. That is more than 9 months after it was originally reported to the FCT police commissioner by Mama Yusuf. This led to harassment and intimidation of family and friends of Mama Yesufu family, alongside an innocent journalist, Emmanuel Abo of Premium Times, who was investigating the matter prior to publishing it. This harassment by the police only stopped after Falana and Falana wrote to IGP to protest, and Premium Times exposed the matter. Copies will make it available to you. Without going into much of the details with the ongoing investigation, we can confirm that EFCC conducted a thorough investigation and professional investigation and have concluded their investigation. It is important to note that in the course of this EFCC investigation, it was discovered that the same suspect, Rebecca OMOKAMO, aka Bikisu, also forged AGs and CAC documents of the same Yusufu family lands in KATAMPE in a brazen and unbelievable fraudulent scheme, and sold off some to many innocent Nigerians. Thankfully, the EFCC restored confidence in the system on this particular matter by securing an interim forfeiture order on the 20th day of December 2024 from the Federal High Court in Abuja, Federal High Court Abuja Division, and has begun to recover the stolen properties from Mama and her family. We'll make the copy of the forfeiture order available for you. The Nigerian police, who refused to investigate this matter when it was reported to them, have continued to frustrate their quest for justice by continuously interfering with the investigated and now encouraging these land grabbing fraudsters to fully occupy one part of the property, which has now been criminally and illegally occupied with full protection of many fully armed policemen who are paid with our taxpayers' money. The Yusufus also believe that the actions of the Inspector General of Police to stop the illegitimate criminal investigation of Rebecca OMOKAMO Godwin Isaac, who happens to be a close friend and confidant of his, to be a close friend and confidant of his oath of office, and call for a thorough independent investigation of this matter. the point we are trying to make is that now that it has been shown by several publications, by write-up, by pictures, by videos, that this Rebecca Omokoyamo Godwin Isaac is a very close friend to Inspector General of Police. We are asking Inspector General of Police to stay clear from this investigation because you have an interest to protect, so that an independent body should look into it. Facts of the matter. The Nigerian police has been most insensitive to the plight of 79-year-old Mama Yesufu and her family. They are not faceless. They are not cowards and have no reason to hide because they have worked for their livelihoods and do not deserve to have their properties stolen by anyone, no matter how highly connected. Contrary to ACP Adejobi'S claim in his press release, this matter is purely criminal and involves criminal conspiracy, forgery, fraudulent sales, and criminal trespass of property. And we challenge him to prove otherwise. Now, Nigerians are keen to know. In fact, the suspect's lawyer and the company secretary had to withdraw from the matter. He filed in court because he has become aware, he's now aware of the facts and the possibility and the possible implication it has on his reputation as a lawyer. This matter was reported to Nigerian police, to the Nigerian police on several occasions, but the investigation was compromised, stopped for no justifiable reason. To make the matter worse, are not just aiding and abetting the criminal suspect and their criminality, but they tried to intimidate the victims while protecting the suspect with police escort paid by Nigerian taxpayers like Mama Yesufu. What makes the matter more fascinating is that the fact that the prime suspect is a very close friend and confidant of the IGP. This has led to the insinuation that the police have been unable to do their constitutional duty in this case because his interference and this is bad for our police, not to mention both unprofessional and unethical. Consequently, we expect the Inspector General of Police to commit to justice, equity, and fairness on this issue, considering that the fact that the suspect is well known to him, and demand a thorough explanation as to why this legitimate criminal case that was reported and adopted with evidences taken was never investigated. We expect Inspector General of Police to come out and qualify his relationship with this suspect and demand that he completely separate himself from the matter and refrain from interfering with the investigation by the EFCC and ICPC and other relevant agencies that are investigating this matter. In conclusion, on the 14th December 2024, the Nigerian-born UK Conservative Party leader, Mrs. Kemi told the world that Nigerian police steals from its citizens by robbing those they should protect. ACP Muyiwa was nowhere to defend our police or release any statement in response to that. I'm not sure why. So we have called on you. All the crimes reported by the citizens or foreigners alike to the police must be investigated. That is the constitutional responsibility of the police. It is not a privilege reserved for only for the big men. Everybody must be equal before the law. And we are calling that Nigerian police, the way and manner they arrest and detain the poor who commit crime, they should also arrest and detain the big men in the society, the big men and women in the society who commit crime. we also urge that if police can arrest gentlemen of the press like you, most of the time they say that criminal defamation, they should also arrest and investigate and prosecute the land grabbers. And we also call that, finally, we also call on the EFCC chairman, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, to finish the good work the commission and its operatives have gone thus so far by charging the suspect and those involved to court. And we also call on the Nigerian media, the gentlemen of the press, as members of the fourth state of the realm, to continue to remain vigilant and join us in holding those who hold public offices in trust for Nigerian people accountable for their actions while in office by asking them tough questions in response to this. Gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming. I want to encourage you people to use this particular case as a New Year gift to the poor Nigerians. Let them know that there is no hiding place for anybody. Is Mama today, it can be another person tomorrow. When this matter came to initiative against human rights, abuse and torture, as the director of legal, I was contacted. I carried out my own investigation. In fact, as I speak to you, EFCC has concluded their report in this matter. When you conclude their report, what are you waiting? Justice delayed is justice denied, for Christ's sake. So we are asking the EFCC chairman, people have commended you. I have also equally commended you, irrespective of the fact that I have a personal action against you in respect of your appointment in court. But that will not stop me from commending you where you're doing well. You have been sanitizing EFCC. Last couple of days ago, you sacked about 27 of them that were involved in fraud. That is what we are expected of you. So this particular case, don't allow anybody to tarnish your image. EFCC chairman, what is secret is what only you know. If one or two of their staff is aware, it's no longer a secret. Just to inform you that you have investigated this matter. And you have a very solid and comprehensive report about this matter. So somebody trying to prevail on you to drop it cannot work out at this stage where we are now, because I know that it's a public document anyway. So, and you cannot ask us how we manage to get a public document. Thank you, and God bless you. I'm ready.